Hi, I'm Renee Sims, and I am Jenny's mama. In 1984, I was 12 years old. I went to St. Thomas More. Go Eagles! My sixth grade teacher's name was Mrs. Shields. I love and adored that woman. We had a lot of fun in her class. Fashion trends in 1984 were Esprit clothing and the tree torn tennis shoes. The Esprit clothing was really neat. It would just be like a solid color t-shirt or sweatshirt, and then it had the words Esprit on it, and that the the word would be in a different color. Like I can remember popular would be like a purple shirt with yellow Esprit, or what was real popular was like the teal shirt with the purple Esprit letters. Another thing that we did that we would get two different colored pairs of socks. And so if we had a yellow pair and a purple pair, we'd put one yellow sock on like your left foot, and then we'd put the purple one over it, and then on the right foot we'd put the purple one on first and the yellow over it. And then you had to have like the purple, the first sock on coming out, pulled up higher than the second sock. So you could see both colors, of course. Big hair. We would tease our hair up real big. So much damage was done to our hair. Just, oh gosh. Yes, big hair, definitely. Current events in 1984. I don't really remember the first and only female prime minister of India, and I don't remember the train bombing. I do remember the AIDS outbreak, and I do remember Escobar. That was big. I think my parents tried to shield us from that a lot. Information wasn't, they wouldn't really let us watch the news. We couldn't be in the room if they were watching like the 5 or the 6 o'clock news or the 6 o'clock news. And then, they would definitely turn on and watch the 10 o'clock news. I definitely remember the famine in Ethiopia, because anytime we didn't clean our plate, my mama would say, there are millions of people in Ethiopia that would be so happy and proud that to have that food, even your leftovers of the things that you're not eating, those people, they're starving over there. So I definitely remember the famine and the starving children and cleaning your plate. Ghostbusters and Karate Kid, those movies were huge. They were a lot of fun. The anticipation and build up and whatnot of them, that was a lot of fun. Things that I worried about in 1984. It's a lot of similar things that I guess y'all worry about today, or maybe when y'all were in 6th grade. Grades, making good grades. Fitting in, boys, definitely, but I was a little bit too young for that, or way too young for that, should I say. We would have these huge slumber parties on the weekend with like 15 girls, and it was always a thing of it seemed like it was every weekend, and we would rotate whose house it would be at. And then the boys we wouldn't tell it, we would try to keep it a secret where it was, but the boys would come and roll our houses, or roll the house that they thought we were at. And so that was a big deal. I can remember my mom constantly asking me if I was stressed. I think that might have been a new thing around that time. And I actually had absolutely no clue as to what she was talking about. Like, what do you mean, am I stressed? I think it would aggravate me, or it probably stressed me out that she would constantly ask me, but I really didn't know what it was. Favorite songs in 1984, definitely Prince and Michael Jackson with Purple Rain and Thriller. They had some other good ones. Back then was MTV was super big, and so seeing the music videos come out with that, oh my gosh, that was life changing. Other songs were Duran Duran, they were awesome. Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I was also a rocker. I loved Quiet Riot and Twisted Sister. I would steal my brother's tapes because he was a few years older than me, and he was a big heavy rocker. So I guess that's where I got it from, because I would steal his tapes so I could listen to it. And then also like Bruce Springsteen and the Rolling Stones. And then trips that I took, my parents put on different conventions for people. They were for different groups. They were in association management, and normally we would have a trip to the beach, to Biloxi or to Gulf Shores or Pensacola, or even just beach trips. We went to Biloxi a lot. But in 1984, they had the World's Fair in New Orleans, and that was huge. I remember staying at the Sheraton Hotel, and we had this big fancy room up on, one of the very top floors, and it was a huge suite. And just going to the fair and having fun down there. Still, my family, we have many, many memories and jokes and whatnot of that trip that we had in 1984 to the World's Fair in New Orleans. Peace.